Your effort to catch yourself from going unconscious in the way you think and the way you act and the way you feel over and over again will cause you to be less unconscious in your life, and the default is seamless. You only need one emotional response from someone or something, and you're in your past. That's what emotions are. And the moment we feel those emotions, we behave as if we're in our past, and that's a habit. And we go unconscious and we stop believing in our future. And then you'll say, why am I this way? Oh, it's because of that person or that circumstance that's making me feel this way and think this way, which really means I am victim to my life. Come on, are you with me? Now, is it bad that you react? Everybody reacts. I react. The question is, how long? That's the real question. How long are you going to do that for? Now that you know, you can't not know. Person, when they live in stress and they live in survival, we always go to the worst case scenario. If we prepare for the worst, anything less happens, there's better chances of survival. And 10 great things could happen to you in one day, and one thing doesn't go your way, and you focus on that one thing. That's survival. The person who's had experiences in the past, their biggest concern is that they want to make sure it doesn't happen again, and they're always planning in case it does. And they're imagining the worst case scenario in their life, and they're feeling the emotion of that future before it happens. The worry, the anxiety, the fear, the insecurity is conditioning the body to become the mind of that emotion. Keep doing it. An image and an emotion, a thought and a feeling, a stimulus and response. And you can condition the body to become the mind of anxiety. Now it's programmed subconsciously, and you know what happens next. The person's in the grocery store or in the mall or on the airplane, completely out of balance, and all of a sudden their heart rate increases, their respiratory rate increases, they have visual narrowing flashes of light. What are they having? Panic attack. And the moment they have this change in their internal state, the moment they notice something's happening inside, they immediately look around in their outer environment to see what could be causing it. You know, the mall, the supermarket, the airplane. Meanwhile, they've been mismanaging their attention and energy. For the last 6 months, they're completely out of homeostasis and balance. The body is in a state of panic. It's been conditioned, it's been trained that way. Try as you may to control it with your conscious mind. You can't. You programmed it subconsciously. And then, you know, you have that one panic attack, and, you know, the survival systems are switched on when you can't predict something. You can't control something, or you have the perception that something's going to get worse. And now the person is getting ready for the next panic attack. They're already preparing themselves in case it happens again. And they're in the loop. And they go to the doctor, and the doctor says it's a chemical imbalance in your brain, it's hardware, it's circuits. Here, take this substance, this drug, to create more chemical balance in your brain. Now, here's the first question. Does the insight that there's a chemical imbalance in the brain change the person's anxiety? Does it change it? No. You take the pill, does the pill change the person's anxiety? The biggest reason is because they will still avoid the mall. They still won't go to the supermarket. They will not get on an airplane. That's how powerful, that's how strong the event was to them, that loss of control. And then they go to the psychologist, and it's a software problem. Nothing wrong with that. Your mother was overbearing. Your father was a perfectionist. Now, having the insight that your father was overbearing or your mother was a perfectionist or whatever, does that change the anxiety? Then you go to you-know-who. You go to the astrologer. What do they tell you? Mercury is where? You know, that little planet. Giving your power away to a planet? Really? Sooner or later, you're going to have to sit with you. Yes or no? I could spend the rest of the day today showing you brain scan after brain scan after brain scan of people who healed themselves of anxiety and depression just by sitting with themselves. CEOs, dentists, engineers, mothers of 3 children. attorneys, all kinds of people. They wouldn't even leave the house. That's how bad their anxiety was. And all they did, they caught themselves going to that worst case scenario. And it took an enormous amount of energy and awareness to bring their attention back to the present moment and disinvest their energy and attention out of that predictable future. And lower the volume to that anxiety. They didn't give up on it. They just worked with their body. They were conditioning it, training it. They were giving it more information, settling it down, overcoming the animal self. And if you keep doing that, you start training it, it starts behaving. It acquiesces, and when it does, there's a liberation of energy. The body's releasing that information into the field, and it feels really good. And energy naturally moves into the heart, the creative center. The person is moving out of survival, and the heart tells the brain it's over.